If you've spent any amount of time in a rural area, you've probably noticed there are a lot of stray cats around. They might prowl around at dusk hunting for prey or just hang out on your porch hoping you'll give them some food. But why are there so many stray cats in the country? It turns out that rural cats tend to fall into two categories: true strays and free roamers. True strays are unnowned and unsocialized, meaning they don't live with humans and generally avoid people. Free roamers, on the other hand, do have owners, but they're allowed to roam outside unsupervised. These groups and people work to trap and neuter and return the cats to their outdoor homes, or they take them in and find new homes. Altogether, it's a tough job, but somebody got to do it. And both of these categories often include feral cats, which are generally wild and avoid people, though some may seek out human interaction if they've been socialized by a human at some point in their lives. To answer that question, we travel to the heart of Dixie to learn how one state is dealing with its stray cat problem. And while it might seem like a rural cat simply is a lost house cat that ran away from home, that's not the case. The state has a long history of cat overpopulation, in part due to a lack of spay and neuter laws in the past. Programs like these are helping to improve the lives of stray cats in Alabama and beyond, because without them, who knows what these cats would do? Maybe they'd take over the world, but there are other factors at play here too, like a strong hunting culture and the fact that many rural residents simply don't have the resources to care for their pets. And when you combine that with a large population of outdoor cats, you get a major problem on your hands. That's because cats are often the first animals to show symptoms of a disease outbreak, and then it spreads to dogs and other wildlife, and finally makes its way to humans. In fact, most rural cats are neither lost nor trying to find their way back to a home. It aims to increase the number of pets that are spayed or neutered, vaccinated, and have a microchip in case they get lost. While it's a big job to tackle the state's pet overpopulation problem, groups like the Alabama Spay and Neuter Task Force are up for the challenge. They've already helped more than 4,200 people get their pets spayed or neutered since 2015. This means that the number of cats in the state can double in a single year. They've adapted well to rural environments and have thrived alongside humans for centuries, and if that weren't enough, they also have to compete with each other for limited resources like food and shelter. As a result, the average lifespan of a rural cat is only about half that of a pampered indoor cat. Cats have been valued for their ability to hunt rodents, which can carry diseases and cause significant damage to crops and stored grain. In fact, cats were sometimes even considered payment for rent or as part of a marriage agreement. Instead, there are typically members of a long line of rural cats that have lived outdoors their whole lives. In many rural areas, cats have been living outdoors for generations, largely because there were few to no laws regulating animal control or even owning cats in the first place. But as much as cats are valued in rural areas, they still face many challenges, including getting hit by cars, being poisoned by pesticides, or having to fight off predators like coyotes and bears. That's where animal welfare organizations and individuals in many rural communities come in. Now, all this is pretty easy to understand if you live in the country, but why are there so many stray cats specifically in the southern United States? Alabama is a great place to start our investigation because according to the ASPCA, they have the highest rate of cat abandonment in the country. Today, there are an estimated Bashua feral cats in Alabama alone, thanks to a robust breeding season that occurs twice a year, once in the spring and again in the fall. To make matters worse, Alabama has a hot, humid climate that's ideal for disease-carrying parasites like ticks and mosquitoes. Alabama is currently working to address this issue through a program called Healthy Pets, Healthy People, and while it might not seem like a big deal to some people, it really is making a difference in the lives of these cats. And thank you for watching.